Hey, welcome back to Vox Terra. So Andrew Cuomo, not his dad Mario Cuomo, that was a while ago, has been in the news recently that the legislature is considering, or they're going to try to strip him of his emergency COVID powers to sort of shut down businesses and schools and that type of thing, place restrictions, etc. And the basis of this stripping, it seems to be coming from two things. One, a cover-up at deaths in nursing homes, and two, his flirtations, his inappropriate flirtations, his touching someone's cheeks and asking them for a kiss. That's the basis of this, stripping takedown of Cuomo. Now, I'm going to come at this from a little bit different of an angle than I think a lot of other media outlets are going to come at it from. And that's starting is that this COVID-19 crisis emanates from our overall destruction of our planet. Okay, as I've shown you in other videos citing environmental health news, we've got a heating planet, critters and diseases and all that's on the move. Things are coming into contact that they didn't used to. That's increasing the likelihood of new diseases and pandemics, as is deforestation, factory farming, etc. Two, this is happening because we are all trapped in this consumer capitalist model where we've all got to sell things whether people need them or not. Our lives are being steered in a direction that I think is largely devoid of meaning. So three, you've got all the people clamoring to protect their industries or their businesses that are being threatened by this pandemic, whether those businesses should be protected or not. Meanwhile, we were taught all along it's a free market, just freely happening. That's not true. This pandemic should be exposing that, but it isn't. So now by stripping Cuomo of those powers, what will happen is that all the more local politicians who are less popular, had less power than Cuomo did prior to this stripping him, to this takedown, they're going to be under a lot of pressure from their constituents to just open things up again and go back to business as usual and help facilitate the spreading of this disease. Therefore, I argue, and maybe you disagree with me, that one, his misconduct regarding inappropriate behaviors doesn't have a direct bearing on his competency to determine whether or not something should remain open, closed, or what kind of COVID guidelines we should be following. His cover-up of the nursing home scandal, or the nursing home deaths, as he himself said, or as I heard him say, was in response to worrying people would weaponize those deaths against him as part of a takedown, which is exactly what's happened. Now, there's a disingenuous factor to this, because a lot of the people attacking him over that cover-up initially before they found this new scandal were people who really wanted everything open and just have business as usual. Now, I completely understand wanting things open and wanting to have business as usual, but I'm looking at this from a bigger picture of how business as usual is destroying our planet, and that's what we need to get a handle on. That I think is priority one. I've shown in other videos how the Arctic is heating at a faster rate than the rest of the planet. This is kicking in what are called dire feedback loops to where global warming is getting out of our control to simply shut off our use of fossil fuels. So, in summation, I would not recommend to New Yorkers stripping of Cuomo of his emergency powers under COVID. Cuomo himself is already beholden to many of these established businesses, and by doing that, it will simply create a situation where people are even more beholden and aren't able to sort of step aside and look at the bigger picture, which Cuomo himself is only doing to a small degree. Let me know what you think. Maybe we disagree on this one. And until next time, please hit that like button, comment, share my video, subscribe, click the notification bell, and peace be with you.